Learning spaces. Hey, you down there. Up here. You look like you're in a classroom. You must know all about the 6 key learning spaces then. You don't? Well, then I've got a treat for you. Sit down and relax as I present to you the 6 key learning spaces. The 6 learning spaces are as follows: personal space, the classroom and the school, beyond the classroom, the group, cooperative and collaborative, the liminal space, and the E-space. Are you ready to learn about all these learning spaces? Let me ask you a few questions. How are you feeling today? Did you sleep well? And did you eat enough? These are all aspects of the personal space. A student's well-being is a big part of the personal space. We'll take a look at Maslow's hierarchy soon. But we also need to talk about self-efficacy and pedagogy and andragogy. Students who are willing to learn and want to learn have a very strong personal space. They have a belief that they can do well. When we look at the well-being of a student, we could look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Before any learning can begin, their physiological needs must be met. That's why I asked if you'd slept well, eaten a good breakfast, and how you're feeling for the day. These things all affect a personal space. Ready to learn about the next space? The classroom and the school. Now, the classroom and the school isn't just about the physical changes you can make to a class, but also the relationships you make in the school and the community. However, a big part of it is the actual design of the classroom. You must take into account visual aspects of the room. Also, 21st century flexible learning spaces. Don't know what they are? Why don't I show you? Flexible learning spaces are a student-centered approach, allowing students to choose where they want to do their learning. Take this classroom, for example. Some students may choose to sit on a normal chair. Others may choose to sit on a stool or the couch. Some, like you, enjoy sitting on the floor to do their work. Also notice the sensory aspects of the room. Now, this learning space works best when the whole school is on board with it. Right, back to work. We need to now look at the next learning space. Come along now, hurry up. No time to lose. The next learning space is beyond the classroom. Now, when we look at beyond the classroom, we're talking about excursions and incursions. Now, do you know what an excursion is? Would you like to go on one? I'm sure you would. Let's go to the art gallery. It was the best excursion ever. We couldn't wait for it to start. It was the best excursion ever. Wow, look at that art. It was the best excursion ever. I even made myself a new friend. It was the best excursion ever. I didn't want it to end. How fun! Excursions are a great way to engage students outside the classroom. But sometimes it might not be possible to go on an excursion with a whole class. That's where incursions are a great idea. You could invite an expert in to talk about their chosen subject. You could even set up a video chat to talk to them where they're based. Excursions and incursions are a great way to engage students. Now, are you exhausted from that excursion? I bet. Let's talk about the next learning space, the group collaborative and cooperative. Now, this is all about group work. Student-team learning is a great way to get students to work as a team. They must have rewards, have a goal in mind for them to achieve, and they must have accountability. Nobody can just sit back and let the others do the work. Collaboration is all about sharing knowledge. However, cooperation is where you use that knowledge together to all achieve that goal. Group work is a very important part of school learning. Now, see that book behind you? Yes, that one. Could you get it for me? That's it. Reach for it. Oh, nearly there. Can't quite get it, can you? What you've just demonstrated is a physical representation of the liminal space. This is the space between what was and what's next. In a learning sense, it's a space between not knowing something and knowing something. Students will reach for knowledge that they don't know, much like you reached for that book. Teachers are facilitators. They need to help the students get to that knowledge on their own, and they can't just get it for them. Not like I've given you that book. You're welcome. Now let's find out about the last learning space, the eSpace. The eSpace is a vast variety of online resources. Staff might create PLNs, or personal learning networks. They could use social media, such as Twitter, to talk to, learn from, and even share ideas with people from all over the world. You could utilize ICT in the classroom and use the eSpace for research, sharing ideas, and expanding knowledge. Students nowadays need to be well versed in using computers and laptops. Yes. Do you know how to use a laptop? Let's see. Here's one for you. Now, can you do something for me? Go ahead. Use this laptop. Type on it. Show me that you can use the eSpace well. Teachers need to show students how to use the internet safely and efficiently. Alright, enough of that. Used correctly, the eSpace can be a great resource for staff and students. Well, that's all we have time for. Hope you enjoyed learning about the eSpaces, and sorry for putting that chair on your head. Hope you can implement them in your school. Bye for now. Learning